everyone, it's Jamie from Pretty Pink Acres, and we're here at West Star Kitchens, and I'm with Chef Dominic, and he was nice enough to put together some fun recipes for football. So we're gonna get this whole football party started with some good dips.
That's yeah, we're gonna start off with some dips, and you know, I'm sorry you wore the Colts outfit. Although I'm a Cowboys fan, Colts, Cowboys kind of goes together, I guess. But you know, it's fun being here cooking with you. But it's gonna be fun battling out in the game. But
yes,
let's get going with these dips. So
okay,
we're gonna start off with the spinach and artichoke dip.
Okay.
So if you can mix together these ingredients here, there's some sour cream, some mayo, and some Parmesan cheese. Mix those together real good, and I'll get the other stuff going here. We'll blend them together and put them in the.
Sounds good.
Put them in the dish and bake them away. So, you happy that the season's getting ready to start again? I know it's just starting with the
I am
preseason.
so excited. I am all about football.
You know,
all about it.
It's a lot of fun, especially when you have some people over and you know you hang out and have a few beers. And
do we have like a little?
I got one right here for you.
Awesome, thank you. Spatula.
Spatula thing.
A thingamajig.
That's perfect.
That's the technical term.
That's the best. You know, I went to culinary school at Le Cordon Bleu, but all those French terminologies and all that stuff, I never use them. I said, you know, get the thing over there and let's just make this. I don't care about what term it is. It's how good it is. That's what matters.
And Chef Dominic does make some awesome food. Let me tell you what. He's made me some awesome things over the years.
Well, you know, I always say, what's life without food? So, it's in everything we do, everywhere we go, vacation spots. You're usually planning them around your favorite places to eat. So
that's true. I know I do. And one of my favorite parts about football season is all the yummy stuff to eat and having all my friends and people I love over.
Yes, and can't forget about the little furry friends.
That's
They're always
true. They love when I make good stuff too.
Yeah, especially when you drop it.
Right.
All right.
Okay, I'm mixed up here.
That's good. So now what we got here is we got mayo, sour cream, Parmesan cheese. We've got some frozen chopped spinach, or you can saute some fresh, but either way you go, you want to squeeze it real tight when you're done after it's cooled so you get all the moisture out of there.
Okay.
So we got about 2 cups of that.
Okay, so I just fold that in there, or wait till
you could fold away. And then I've got some chopped artichoke hearts.
That's good already.
And 2 teaspoons of minced garlic.
Okay.
So we're going to mix all that up real good. This is how easy this is.
This is easy.
We got the oven preheated to 375 degrees. Get you a baking dish and just spray it. That'll help with cleanup a little bit, so you know we all know we hate the cleanup part. So
that's the worst part of cooking is the cleanup. I'd cook all the time if I had like a full-time person to clean up for me.
There you go. That's what's nice to have. When your friends come over and make them do the cleanup.
Right?
You're making the food. Come on.
That's only fair, right?
All right, so then we're just going to dump that in. You want to do it?
Sure.
Now the other thing you can do, actually we have some. Let me grab these Fritos here. I'm going to steal a few from our dip. I always like to have a little crunch on top of my dip.
Yeah. So with the cheese in here, it will probably kind of get a little bit of a crust.
It'll get a little crusty on top. And then I'm just using a bottle for this, so we can just crunch these up. Yeah. And you can use breadcrumbs or whatever. We already have Fritos here, so
Fritos work for me.
take advantage of that. So we're just going to put those on top.
Okay.
All right. So now I'm going to pop this in the oven.
What temperature does it go in
It's at 375. We're going to bake it about maybe 20 minutes, 15, 20 minutes. Just needs to heat through. So, you know, everything's already cooked in there, so we just need it to heat through. And while we're doing that, then we'll start on our onion dip.
Okay.
Yummy stuff.
Sounds good.
Okay, Jamie, this next one we're going to get started is a onion dip.
Okay.
So what we want to do first is cut up some onions. I'm going to do a white one and a red one. Give you a couple different flavor profiles there. One's a little sweeter, one's a little tangier than the other one.
Okay.
And we're going to caramelize them so they get a nice, rich flavor and color. So
awesome. I love onions.
Are you cut a lot of onions? Or do you?
I have my own little technique of cutting onions. I don't know the professional technique, but I do cut onions. There's
several different things you could do. Usually you want to cut with a flat side.
Okay.
You want something down, so if it's not rocking or rolling, less likely to cut your hand off.
Right.
So
no rocking and rolling in the
kitchen.
No
rocking and rolling. Not with this anyway. Kitchen is a fun place. We want to dice these, so you could do them a couple of different ways. If you're not comfortable with a knife, I don't recommend doing it this way. I'm going to show you this way because this is the way chefs mostly do it. They take this and they'll slice 2 slices in, but I'm going to show you another way too.
So that you can dice it.
So you could dice it. It's a little bit easier. Okay.
Got it.
And then you want to hold your knife like this. You don't want to do this thing here because that tendency.
I do that.
It kind of makes it rock a little bit. So you really want to get a good grip on your knife.
Okay.
So
I use smaller knives in my kitchen too.
I got a little smaller one.
They're a little less
intimidating
to me.
And I tell you, an awesome knife to get is for you or for really anybody. I love these knives. Is the ceramic knives. They stay sharp forever.
Really?
It's like not holding anything in your hand. They're so lightweit.
Okay.
And they're so great for vegetables, especially
I'm taking
tomatoes.
you knife shopping with me when I need to go. I need some new knives.
So then we'll just gonna go down, this like this.
Yes, you might never chop stuff that smooth.
Nice little perfect dices, okay? And really, the way the onion is, if you don't need to slice that end. You could do it. You could still do it this way.
And just
the only thing is,
together.
yeah, you want to hold it together. So you want to hold your onion together, not squeeze real tight, but just hold it. And then you still get that same. But then this way, you just roll it over, okay, on the end.
Okay.
And you get those last little bits, okay?
Alrighty.
All right, so you get to do your onion over there.
Okay.
And you can take your time because I'm going to get this going right here.
Well, we're going to try it
that way. There we go. And I'm just going to put a little bit of olive oil in the pan here, a couple of tablespoons.
Stay together. I did that wrong.
Yeah, you got to hold the onion when you slice it or it will. Or you could just chop away.
This is just going to be the Jamie Pretty Pink Acres way of chopping onions.
I'm sure it's going to taste good.
As long as you get the onion in there, that's really all that matters, right?
That's right. And I'm trying to get this stove to come on, and for some reason it's not coming on.
The benefit of cutting it this way is it doesn't get you crying quite as quick because you cut it really fast.
That's true, and the other benefit is having a sharp knife.
Right.
Because that's what happens. The spray and the vapors from the onion is what makes you cry.
I think that's the problem in my kitchen.
Yeah, and a lot of people have that serrated knife and the one that's got that never sharpened edge. All that does is magnify the spray. So it makes it really hard to, let's see here. I'm going to switch over to this gas range and we're going to cook them over here. I like cooking with gas better anyway.
I do too.
Cooks a lot quicker, a lot more even.
A lot more evenly. I'll tell you, that's like the hardest thing to get used to in my new kitchen is that I don't have a gas range anymore. Electric is tough.
Yeah, it's hard to control the temperature on an electric range, especially getting some of the high heats and the searing and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's a little hard to do. All right.
Not quite as professional as yours, but we got the job done.
So let's scrape these onto this board. That'll work. Get these in here. All right, while those are cooking up, we're going to start our goat cheese dip. This is a goat cheese and herb dip, so it's really good. So we've got some cilantro and some chives. So if you just want to rough chop them up.
Okay, does it matter that I got onions on here?
Nope, doesn't matter at all because there's the chives
there's
and the
onions in there.
It'll work. And we're going to put this.
You want it fairly finely chopped?
Well, we're going to throw it in here, so just a rough
okay.
chop. We're going to put a little bit of olive oil in there.
I just got a new food processor and I love it.
Cuts down a lot of the chopping time.
It does.
All right, so we're going to put this on here. Hold it there. Then we're going to get goat cheese.
Okay. Is there any specific kind of goat cheese that you get?
There's several different ones you can get. You can get some that already have different spices and herbs in there. Some of them just have pepper. Some have roasted garlic. So it's whatever whatever flavors you want to put in there. This is a dip, so you want a lot of flavor.
Yeah.
More the better. So I just pulse this at first. Get it going.
Kind of even.
And you don't really need to soften the goat cheese that much because the processor is going to puree it up and warm it up for you. So we'll just turn it all the way around for a couple minutes.
Well, one of the best parts about football season is it's beer drinking too, right?
Cheers.
Cheers.
All right. So we got these cooking.
Good in here.
We want them to caramelize and get a little color and come down, and then we'll mix them with the mayo and sour cream and a little bit of salt and pepper, and that'll be our roasted onion.
Wow, that's easy. Okay.
And then this is about ready to go here. Okay. Put this in here. Where's the rubber spatula thing?
Oh, I put it in the sink. I used it on the other one.
See, it's nice and...
Yeah, it's nice and soft.
If you want it to get a little bit creamier, if you want it a little bit fluffier, you can always add a little bit of heavy cream and whip it up in there, stir it up in there, and it'll soften it up a little bit. But
I kind of like the consistency that it is.
yeah, because you can
dips.
dip in it.
Yeah, it's not coming off.
Makes it nice.
Yeah.
Perfect. So we can do that, and you want to grab a Frito and take a taste.
Yeah, I do. I'll do the honors. Wow.
Good stuff?
Really good.
It's this is actually really good to use on, like, if you want to make burgers and you spread that on there instead of mayo or something like that. Excellent.
That's a good idea.
So there's a lot of things you can use that for.
Yeah.
So that's our goat cheese dip, and our artichoke dip is cooking. Be ready in a few minutes. In a couple more minutes on these caramelized onions, and we'll have that together. So in the meantime, let's have a couple of chips and a couple drinks of beer, and we'll be back at you. Okay, ready to finish up this onion dip?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right, well, you mix up the sour cream and the mayo, mix it together. And I'm going to get our onions that we caramelized, and we let them cool down. You don't want to put them in there real hot because it'll just melt the sour cream and all that. So
gotcha.
want to cool them down a little bit. And also, I'm going to chop up these chives real quick. Throw a few chives in there.
Now on the mayo, is it just regular, like full mayo?
Yeah, it's just plain mayo and sour cream, and if you want to go light
and healthy. If I could go lighter, I could use lower fat. Okay.
Yeah.
Just checking.
And then these are our onions, and you see they're caramelized a bit.
Beautiful.
So let me get these.
Smell really good.
Don't burn your hair. Okay, mix those up.
Anything with onions I love. Oh, it smells so good.
These are our chives.
Okay.
Gonna throw a little bit of salt in there. And a little bit of pepper. And the thing about these dips, you can make them up 2 or 3 days ahead of time. They're always
Right.
better sitting and they're ready to go, so you're not doing everything at the last minute.
That's
And
always a nice thing when you know you're going to have a bunch of people at your house and
let's throw a
1,000
splash
things to do before
or
everybody
two of
gets there.
Worcestershire,
Worcestershire.
however you want to pronounce it. Especially if you've had 4 or 5 beers, it's like, you know, you never know how it's going to come out. So.
Right.
All right, so that's your onion dip.
Okay, that looks good.
And it's a little bit soft right now, but if you make
It'll
it up
just
ahead of
harden
time
up
and you
in
put
the
it in the
fridge.
fridge, it'll be more like a sour cream consistency.
Okay, sounds good.
So there you go.
A little bit in
A
there.
little bit in there.
We got our trusty
And-
little football
There you go.
plates.
I'm gonna grab while you're putting the chips on there, I'm gonna grab the artichoke dip out of the oven.
Okay,
We can have a little taste of these too.
sounds good.
We can grab our beers, have some dip, and while everybody's enjoying all these tasty treats, we'll start on the next thing.
Sounds good. Okay.
There we go.
Oh, looks so good. Smells good.
Now,
Put some of these
some
in there.
scoops or the Frito scoops, or I always like the scoops because it's, you know, I like to have a big thing come out of Sears Doritos, whatever you want. This one is a little warm, so I'm gonna taste it, but wow. Gotta be a little careful though with the heat. It's kinda hot right now.
Hot. Alright, I'm gonna try one. Oh, it is hot.
Yeah, it's like right out of the oven, piping hot,
good.
so be extra careful. There you go.
So good.
Good stuff.
Wow, really good.
So there you have it. Onion dip, goat cheese dip, spinach and artichoke dip, some beers, having fun with Jamie, watching the game.
That's right. Happy football season.
That's right. You guys check us out. We're going to have several of these pop up on prettypinkacres.com.
Yep.
And
youtube.com/prettypinkacres.
And
But 3 awesome, easy, super easy to make dips, and it's gonna be sure bets to have like a hit for your football party.
absolutely.
Everybody will love them.
Here's a great season.
Go Colts!